Hello and welcome back to Paul's Racing Channel and to number 4 of our track guide of the season. The next one, or the next round, is here in Croatia at the Dragon Trail International Raceway. Now, I might have covered this track before on one of my guides, but I'm pretty sure it was the other way round. This is the reverse layout that we're on this time, so slightly different. Obviously, it's the same circuit, but going to be slightly different in terms of the guide itself. So I'm pretty sure it was the other one, so apologies if it isn't, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. So normal stuff here. Lap 3 just about to start, and then the 2 flyers. So let's get on with this one. Then here we go. Just about to cross the line now into turn 1. Just cut this little corner here now. For this first left-hander, it's quite a tight left-hander actually. It's almost like a hairpin, really, I suppose. Obviously stay out to the right as much as you can after clipping the apex. You'll see it better when you do the flyers, but you just clip that top of the apex on the top of the hill, come down the other side to about this point, start to brake just before the 50-meter board there on the right hand side. Stay to the right hand side and then try and get into the apex as best you can. So start to turn in now. Clip the apex as much as you can, or as tight as you can. Now, the Lexus RCF isn't great on the curb, so you've got to be a little bit careful, on, especially around this particular circuit. There's some quite high curbs, so some you can take over. You can take most of it over. Others you've got to be a little bit careful on. So get that, then feed it out to the right hand side. You can use all of that curb over there if you wish. I'm quite shallow here, and then up under the bridge towards the Death Chicane. Obviously, the chicane normally stay right to the right hand side here, right up against the fence, in about 5th gear now. Here about the 50-meter board. Now, as I was saying, the Death Chicane is, I think, more difficult going the other way, but it's still fairly difficult on the exit of this particular layout. Now, 50-meter board is about where I changed down to about 4th. You can almost go flat through here. But I think you're going to have to chuck it down a gear at least. Now, you want to try and clip this inside curb as best you can. Obviously, you don't want to be touching that orange bit of barrier, that inside, otherwise that'd be the end of that. But you try and get as tight as you possibly can. Now, as you can see on the exit of that of the chicane, it's pretty much straight line through there, but it's quite tight on the exit, and that barrier on the left does come to you fairly quickly. It's got to be sort of millimeters in it. You've got to be very, very precise. Obviously, if you take this inside curb there too much, you're going to hit the orange barrier on that right hand side. So it's almost straight line, but on this exit there's not really much runoff, so there is millimeters in it, but you can obviously scrape that barrier on the left if you're not careful, and it can ruin your race basically. So over these curbs now, you can use all of these. I haven't really used it much of it, that first one there, but you can use all of it really there. Look, I've used all of it here at this point. Straight over, you're going up the gearbox to about 5th gear now. There's 50-meter boards just there on the right hand side. Now, the way I do it, because this is a very tight hairpin, I almost aim for those houses that you can see in the distance. So even though it goes around to the left, I'm almost going straight at it. And I'll get to a certain point where then I turn. If you see, so I'm going straight, I'm going straight, I'm going straight. And you're thinking, where are you going? The apex is over here to the left. But then hard on the brakes and then try and bring it round as best you can. Now, I miss that apex by quite a lot, but you might see on the flying laps if I do a little bit better. But up the hill, all the way through now. Stay right over to the left on these curbs to the 50-meter board, where you need to start turning about the 50-meter board on the left here now. Try and get as tight as you can into this inside curb. Don't want to be going onto the red really. As you can see, it's quite a raised curb. Just feather it through there, and again I'll drop it down, I think, to about 4th, just to use a bit of engine braking for this next left right. Get tight in, stay to the left, stay to the left. You can do this almost flat through here. Just carry on. Easy to get on the grass there, but just can do it flat if you just lift slightly up over the brow. Then 50-meter board again. I'll drop it down to about 2nd, but then give it a quick spurt in the 3rd as I'm on the curb. So 2nd, 3rd now, go over this curb. Now these can throw the car out. You cut this one completely, but then curbs previous, it really will throw the car out if you take too much of it, and that'll be the end of that. This car don't like the curbs, as I say. This one straight line across this inside curb here. to the end of the lap now. Now, here, about the start of the curbing on the right-hand side is where you want to start changing gear and braking. It's a blind apex. It's there on the left-hand side for another left-right kind of chicane S's. But you can't see at this point, so you think you're further away than what you actually are. So I start to brake about the end of this curbing, as I say. At the second, again, you don't need to go and off of this curb into that dirt and red part of the runoff there. Just stay on the curb as tight as you can. Second, and flop it in the third round here now. Take all this curb on the left. Again, that can throw you out that curb if you're not careful. And then just flat all the way to the line. So there's your lap for me of the reverse track and trail Seaside. And here we go. So I messed up a couple of spots on that particular lap, hit the barrier and a couple of bits, so not going to get a quicker time here, but do a little bit better now on this one. Now stay right to the right hand side, up to the chicane, 50 metre ball, turn in, drop down the fourth, bang. Try and straight line it. Yeah, I hit the barrier last time. That's better through there. Run these curves to fifth. Now aim for them houses. I'm up now. Turn. Now I've missed the apex a couple of times here. That's better through there. Now go up the hill now. Very steep hill this. Down the other side. 50 metre ball again. Turn in. Clip this inside. Lift a little bit. Drop down to fourth. Try and stay to the left as much as you can. Little feathering through there, otherwise you will run on the grass. Clip that apex on the inside up over the top. 50 metre ball down to second. Into third. This car doesn't really like second gear. Over that. Into the curbing, bang. Keep as tight as you can. And again, tight as you can there. It's got a lot of curve there. There's your lap. I think I'm getting to 38 in here actually. It's better lap that time. There's your lap of Dragon Trail International Raceway in Croatia. That's your next round 4. And well, yeah, I'll see you again for the next one after that. And thanks for watching.